Hello children, a very good morning to all. Welcome back to English class. Today I have come with a beautiful poem, The Coromandel Fishes, written by Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu was a great Indian poetess. She was born on February 13, 1879 in Hyderabad, India. She was also elected as the first female president of Indian National Congress. Her famous poems are In the Bazaars of Hyderabad, The Village Song, Palanquin Bearers, Bangle Sellers. And she was also well known as the Nightingale of India. She was died on March 2nd, 1949 at Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. Sarojini Naidu, as a poet, belongs to an era of struggle, slavery, and freedom fighting. Though this poem, Coromandel Fishes, is about the lifestyle of fishermen, it metaphorically reflects the poet's desire towards the freedom of India. She awakens the nation of she awakens the people of the nation to uh, to make India free from the hands of the Britishers. So this is the poem which awakens the people of nation to make India free. Let us go through the poem. The poem The Coromandel Fishes. This poem is written in three stanzas. First of all, let us go through the first stanza. Rise, brothers, rise. The wakening skies pray to the morning light. The wind lies asleep in the arms of the dawn like a child that has cried all night. Come, let us gather our nets from the shore and set our catamarans free to capture the leaping wealth of the tide, for we are the kings of the sea. Here, the poetess explains in this way. Rise, brothers, rise. Here, brothers. Who are the brothers? Fishermen. Rise, brothers, rise. The awakening skies pray to the morning light. That means after the dark night, it is now morning. So, awaken, brothers, get up. Let's go for fishing. All the fishermen, uh, they were um, they were awakening each other to go for fishing. The wind lies asleep in the arms of the dawn, like a child that has cried all night. So, if the child cries all the night, in the morning, um, she or he sleeps very peacefully and calm. In the same way, after blowing forcibly in the night, the wind is asleep in the morn in the arms of the dawn. So now the wind is so peaceful and calm. So it's the right time to us to go for fishing. Come, let us gather our nets from the shore and set our catamarans free. Catamarans means nothing but a twin-hulled boat used for fishing. The fishermen uses this type of boats for fishing. So all of them they were gathering their nets from the shore. See, after fishing, what the fishermen will do? They dry their nets in the seashore. So again, when they were about to go for fishing, they gather all the nets together and they set out for fishing to capture the leaping wealth of the tide. What do you mean by leaping wealth? Wealth means nothing but fishes. The fishes are the wealth of fishermen. So under the tides and in the deep in the sea, the wealth is hidden in the sea. So they want to catch the fish. For we are the kings of the sea. Who are the kings of the sea? Nothing but who else? Fishermen. Fishermen are the kings of the sea. Why? Because all the wealth uh, belongs to them. All the wealth of the sea, which is hidden in the sea, belongs to this fisherman. Why? Because they only can catch the fish and they get some money earnings from the sea. Now the second stanza. No longer delay, let us hasten away in the track of the seagull's call. The sea is our mother, the cloud is our brother, the waves are our comrades all. What though we toss at the fall of the sun, where the hand of the sea god drives? He who holds the storm of the air will hide in his breast our lives. So, in this stanza, the poetess is expressing no longer delay. So don't make any more delay. So come on, let us go for fishing. Let us hasten away. Hasten means to hurry. Hurry away in the track of the seagull. Seagull means it's a fishing bird. It's a bird. It knows the direction where to go, where the fishes are in the sea. It can identify the place where more fishes are. More fishes are, the colony of fishes. So this fisherman, they follow the track of the seagull bird. So wherever the seagull goes, these people also follow that seagull to get more fish into their nets. The sea is our mother. See, sea is the fisherman's mother. Why? Because mother always helps the children to get hassle-free life. That means to get a comfortable life. So in the same way, the sea also helps them to get their livelihood. The cloud is our brother. Brother, what the brother does, brother always guides how to cope up. In the same way, the waves are our comrades all. The boat travels how the waves move, in the direction how the waves move. What though we toss at the fall of the sun, where the hand of the sea god dries, even though the boat tosses. If we toss means if we are pushed off by the waves, by the strength of the waves, even if the boat inverts and if we fall into the sea, there is a God who always helps us. He is the He is the creator and he always helps us. He who holds the storm of the air will hide in his breast our lives. So he is there. So nothing to worry. There is nothing to worry even if we fall into the sea. So there is sea god who always helps our lives, who saves our lives. Sweet is the shade of the coconut glade and the scent of the mango grew. So this is the place where the fisherman usually lives. Sweet is the shade of the coconut glade. Coconut glade. Glade means cleared space in the forest. So these people live in the shade of the coconut trees. So where the scent means aroma of the mango grows. See, you can if you sit under the mango tree which is full of mangoes, you can sense the aroma of mangoes, sweet mangoes. And also these people live under such cleared space in the forest, and they will earn their livelihood through this fishing. And sweet are the sands at the full o' the moon with the sound of the voices we love. So all these voices, all the chirping sounds of birds and um, what is that? The coconut trees, leaves of the coconut trees, and all these sounds they like very much. They love very much. So, but sweeter, oh brothers, the kiss of the spray and the dance of the wild foam's glee. Glee, G-L-E, glee means happiness. See, the foam's happiness. That means when there is a high tide, when there is a high tide in the sea, you can see the foam, just like a foam on the sea, white color foam. So that splashes the fisherman's face. It's just like a kissing, splashes the fisherman's face. That is the spray. So this is the more sweeter. That means you cannot sit in the forest or sit at homes simply, but you have to come out from there and go for fishing and strive hard. Though the waves push you or toss your boat, you have to achieve your goal. What is their goal? Fisherman's goal, to catch the fish, more fish. So in the same way, row, brothers, row to the edge of the wedge. Wedge means an edge. V-E-R-G, wedge means the edge, where the low sky mates with the sea. So, the poetess here, she is expressing that you have to row your boats. That means you have to row your boats towards the edge of the sea, where the low sky. See, at one place you can see that the sky and sea are mating each other. That means they are joining each other, but there is no such joint, but it seems to be joining. So you have to succeed till the end of till the edge of the sky, till the edge of the sky mates with the sea. So you have to succeed in your fishing. That means this poem is related to the freedom struggle of our nation. So with this poem, she encourages the people of the nation to make Hassan free India. That means struggle free India from the hands of the Britishers. Here the fishermen are related to the soldiers and the people of the nation, and the sea is related to the land. That means here all the soldiers and all other people of India are struggling to make India free. Okay, in the same way, this poem is related to encourage the people to fight towards the free India. Okay, so this is the beautiful poem written by Sarojini Naidu. Just read this, go through this poem, read this 2 or 3 times, and at the end of this video you have glossary. Let us see that. So here is your assignment. Your assignment is nothing, just not only writing these meanings, but also you have to learn this poem. Okay, read for 2 or 3 times and then write these meanings one time in your notebooks. Okay, dawn. Dawn means sunrise. Catamarans, a twin-hulled boat. Capture, to take control of. Hasten, hurry. Glade, cleared space in a forest. Grew, a small forest. Glee, happiness. Verge, and edge. Write this assignment. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. See you in the next class.